Here we are then.
Ref. Solid result for the team last time round at the Portuguese Grand Prix.
Can they do it again?
Let's see how they did inside of
Third.
qualifying.
That's
P13
not
for
a
the
good sign.
start.
That's really not a good sign. 17th.
Look at 7th.
No, he won't be ahead of him, otherwise it wouldn't show him there.
8th.
Oh.
I was going to say, they literally did that last time.
Oh, I thought the first one was
Alright,
always
so
where it was.
Domergue is going to be finishing P9 this race.
Alright then.
Who's
Binder
going
on
to be able to
pole,
get the start?
followed by
Here goes
Masia.
Domergue. He's going to be able to get the start.
Oh,
Domergue
absolute
gets another good
belter
start
on the
as
start.
well.
Acosta then absolutely
Costa did
flopped
not
that
get
start.
the start at all. I don't think Salak didn't either. Back to P20 for Salak.
Salak, it's Dusak. Yes.
Oh. Dusak. Oh, someone's down. I don't know who that was.
Oh, that looked like a red bike.
Looked like it could have possibly been Rodrigo. Rodrigo's in P2.
Suzuki.
Could have been Suzuki.
I only saw the red and white bit, so whoever was on the other gas gets
Well,
bike.
Suzuki's there
Suzuki.
behind. The ones that come and see.
No idea who that is. No idea. So it looks like Domergue then, for being the B+ rider, is actually the better one.
Seems to be doing
The Sak's fucking shit.
the new change of colours. Has done Domergue well.
Those fucking Dainese levers, look at them. Knee down and everything, he's proper Rossi in it. What is this? Can we make the other guy level 67 as well and just hope for the best?
All the way down there.
This is it, this is shocking. This is the first time they've been out of the points.
However, Domergue at Qatar was down in P20 at one point.
It's true, there's still 6 laps to go. So
Salak could easily
Salak,
coming back up. I said the sack.
you did now.
Now I did.
Oh, the fuck, do you not know the name of our guy?
Because we were on about Salak last time.
And you're even saying it wrong.
Salak.
Salak.
Does that mean his name is the Satch?
No, because there's a K, not a
Alright,
C.
calm down, it was a joke.
Wait, it wasn't very funny.
No, it wasn't, you're okay.
Anyways, back to the race. What's going on here? We're on the last corner already. I forget Jerez is a very, very small track. Oh, can you imagine if this was 30 laps? My voice box hurts already. No, I'm not commentating for 30 laps.
Coming down the straight then, this does seem to be where the Tissa boys do
Antonelli
kind of...
up the inside. Not quite close enough to make that one
seems to be
stick.
a little bit later on the brakes. Which
We
did
have
notice
noticed
that
this
last
about
time
him,
as well.
yeah. He's very, very late on the brakes.
Domergue does seem to brake late and still manage to get the stop compared to most other people.
Very good on the corners, but very shit on the straights.
Sack still down here. P20.
The Sack out the back.
He did not get the start, which I don't know if you saw, but as we were looking at Domergue get a really good start, if you looked a little bit further back, the Sack looked like he pretty much just stood still.
Well, I can see that he's gone from 30th to 20th, so
Very poor start from the Sack.
awful.
Domergue now that Antonelli's going to be
Up the
looking it down
inside,
up
he's
on
going
the
to make
inside.
that one stick, 100%. There's no way that doesn't stick, because he's
Domergue's
waiting
gonna
wide.
go a little bit wide
Yeah.
as well.
And Fanati's now going to wide him up.
If he can stick with Antonelli to the starting straight, he might just be able to
Because Antonelli doesn't look as fast on the straight either.
still
So,
the position though.
yeah, like you say, maybe if he can just stick with him.
Stick with him, he might be able to just snatch it back.
Maybe.
Turn number one.
No boy made a spot at the back yet. No. Okay.
Oh, here he is though, Domergue
Not going to be close enough to make a move there yet.
closing in ever so slightly. By the looks of things. Almost a second ahead of these two riders. He did give him a little look there going in towards the final turn, but he needs to aim to try and get a really good exit out of here. Tuck into the slipstream of Antonelli.
Which it looks like he got a semi-decent straight off then, but I don't think he's going to be close enough to make anything happen
He's
on
not
this.
going to be able to just about get close enough. However, behind Acosta, eyeing up Fanati.
Not quite
Fanati
close
does
enough
have-
again to make that stick.
Well, he does have a little bit of trouble behind him. The Sack still in P20.
28 up the inside. Or was he in front already? I wasn't looking.
Still in front.
He was still in front. Not sure then.
Who then? Now Domergue has had the qualifying curse the past couple of rounds.
But where did he finish last race? 9th? 7th.
He finished P7.
Okay. So this is his best result so far.
His direct best result right now if he can keep Finati behind. However, that is a big ask, obviously.
No, Finati's good.
Finati is
Really
good.
strong. Being hard up by Acosta though, so maybe Finati's trying to ward off Acosta and not focusing ahead yet.
The gap to behind is point 2. Kind of fluctuating from 0.15 to 0.2.
0.27, 0.28 ahead. Antonelli, they're making a bit of distance between
Himself and Domergue. But he's trying to catch up towards the front pack.
halfway through the race.
Like he's looking for it.
He's closing in. I mean, he has been in this all race. He hasn't made any mistakes. So.
If he does want to get to the points, he is going to have to claw that gap down towards Togo, the green bike, just ahead.
That's code for get your head down. Anyways,
towards the start straight.
Inside.
Costa. Garcia has got.
Oh yeah, he's dropped back a
Costa.
spot. Not good news for Domergue because that means Finati will just do what he does.
He's going to be looking for it.
It looks like he's trying very hard there.
Yeah.
It almost looked like he dropped some tense. Braking, maybe trying to brake a little bit later, like we know Domergue can do.
Domergue does look very strong on the brakes. And through the flowing kind of sectors. Oh, view it.
Antonelli did it.
Just up ahead. Antonelli might be coming back.
Yeah, I was going to say that gap looked to be getting a little bit smaller unless I'm just seeing things.
To the long straight. Finati's just a tenth behind. Still not going to be close enough though.
Yeah, but he's
getting there. He's not close enough this time
every
round.
time that gap gets closer and closer.
Domergue is a little bit too late on the brakes. He is going to drop a little bit wider. It is going to allow Finati to get a little bit closer, which is not what he needed at all. Just see behind. I don't think the Sack has made any progress.
Nope, not at all.
This is the man of the race for us. However, in terms of champion, Pedro Acosta, not like the championship. Acosta who's leading, down in P10.
Is it Acosta leading or is it Messia leading? Because Messia's been up like top 3 every race so far.
Might have been Messia.
I think it's Messia leading.
But look at Messia, he has a second lead to Rodrigo.
Flying. He has looked very on point this season so far. Messia has.
Finati now though, he's very close.
Very close.
He might be able to just about square
it
off.
I think he messed up his drive then. He did go a little bit too wide. I think he may have messed up his exit, but he's slipstream. He's there.
Is he going to be there? Domergue's later on the brakes. He's going to keep the position. He's keeping him behind. Domergue. Just about, but
he's there. Fighting. And we know
close.
Finati's very, very strong. Garcia's also, sneaking around at the back there, and he's someone not to write off.
Might be Domergue's friend here if he can catch up a bit. Apply some pressure to Finati.
Just want Finati to not be focusing ahead. Maybe worrying a bit.
Domergue's going to be wide.
Very wide.
Coming down the straight, is Finati going to be able to just about cut close enough? It's about halfway down.
Who can brake later?
Who's going to be later on the brakes? Domergue does seem to be later. He's still ahead. Domergue looks like a devil on the brakes. He's going to be a little bit wide. He's going to have the inside line going into the next corner.
He's got him.
He's going to have it back.
Fight right back. Let's go, Domergue.
Taking it back. Having the double left hand there, and he's back ahead. That is actually allowed Garcia to be here. Here comes Garcia up the inside of Finati.
Finati up the inside line though, won't he?
Garcia seems to be keeping it around the outside.
Yeah, fall back now, won't he?
He's still keeping it.
Oh no. Yeah.
Still keeping it.
Has he actually done it? All he has to do is
done it.
He's done it round the outside.
But look at the gap.
That's made a bit of a gap.
0.3 of a second, the biggest gap he's had to someone behind him now.
Because Finati was worrying too much about trying to keep up his speed around the corner. Obviously, he's allowed him to drop behind. Made a little bit of a gap.
Made a position out.
Into 19th. Let's go.
Not too much there. It's not what the team need at all. Entering the final lap now though. 0.36. Look at that gap shrinking as it comes down.
Back down towards
breaking in towards turn number 1.
Wow, that gap has really gone down a bit. Almost, what's that, 0.1 of a second now? Not 100.
It's about 5 tenths, not 500.
I don't know how that works in numbers, I think it's smartest.
Back up to 0.3, just about. Almost. Coming through, this is his, you know, this is where he seems to...
It's a very strong point for him on this track.
Garcia's gained, he's gained a lot. He's gained about a tenth.
We know Garcia's a very consistent rider as well.
Is this going to be close enough?
Oh,
Coming
yeah,
down the back straight, here comes
slipstream.
Garcia. But this is the exact same as what happened with Fanati though.
Yeah, but Garcia was marked ahead then.
Gonna see. Is he going to be able to keep it going in towards the next corner?
We'll never know. No, he's gone.
He's got him, Garcia's got him. And Domergue fight back in the closing stages. He's looking for it.
But what he doesn't want to do now is do what Fanati did and try and fight with him on the outside. Maybe now what he wants to do is just get very, very close and maybe sneak up either in the inside or on the straight.
It seems to be a little bit wider. He's going to allow Domergue to have that little sneak peek. He goes in, he's closing. Garcia's out wide again. Domergue looking for that inside, coming around these consistent right-handers. Garcia has managed just to close maybe just enough of a gap to keep that position. Be coming down in towards the final corner.
Costa then sneaking around the back of Fanati as well.
Square it off, trying to get the run to the line. Is Domergue able to get 7th? He isn't, but can he keep P8? He does. P8 for Domergue. And Salak coming home. P19. He seems to be happy with that, but
the team won't be happy with that. Tell you that,
will
there'll
not
be
be
some
happy
stern
with it.
words in the pit.
Let's take a quick look at the confirmation.
So let's look at terms of pace here. Domergue was 0.4 off the fastest lap. So
He did look good. He looks very. Ever since that first race, he's looked very good.
he has. In terms of Salak, now he's
Some questions to be raised there, maybe.
almost a second behind Domergue's lap. So maybe, you know, maybe the best rider stats wise and, you know, past experience wise may not be as good as the rookie coming into it.
Maybe not.
The rookie might be overtaken in that first spot. In terms of the championship, and he's overtaken him in the championship as well. 19 points.
Maybe he had a first race nerves
Maybe.
and you just threw him off. But he
Obviously
seems to
the
have
sack.
his confidence.
We obviously we know from, you know, Desac, he thrives in that home Grand Prix experience,
Thrived.
and that was Qatar, and that's been his best result apart from Port now. So
Yeah. He hit and miss with these two.
seems to be.
He dropped down a spot in the
spot, yeah.
rankings.
However, having a 11-point lead to the Snipers team, the River Cold.